APC, Tinubu fears IPOB, changes date of campaign. The All Progressive Congress Party initially released a timetable that ignored the sit-at-home Monday orders in the southeast region of the country. And November 30th was the date set up by Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to flag off his campaign in Imo State. And in what has been analyzed as a strategic move by the Jagaban of Lagos to make a point about his presidential administration. However, change is perpetual in certain affairs. Tinubu and APC campaign council have shifted their campaign dates in the Southeast from Monday to Tuesday. And the reason is based on the fact that a lot of people might not want to come out on that day of campaign because of the sit-at-home order. A source that spoke regards the matter said if you drive out anyhow in the Southeast on Monday, you are at your own risk. The Southeast is not a place where you can veer into and gather people in the name of politics. So we have to make that necessary amendments in dates, not necessarily because of possible confrontation, but to make people willing to troop out for rallies. This is according to APC. Well, like I used to tell people, there are two governments in Southeast. Yes. For some time now, there are two governments. One is the federal government and the state together. We call them the executive. Then the other one is the IPOB government. No matter what you think, no matter the amount of power you think you have, Monday sit-at-home is observed in Southeast ever since Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was in DSS custody. It is observed and nothing interferes with that. If you think it's observed by force, yes. Some willingly, yes, too. But you don't try to interfere with it. And we had Tinubu fixed campaign dates on that day. And having known what will be of that, I think they cancelled it. Though they said they are not really afraid of, because of it's a sit-at-home day, but they are concerned about the turnout. Well, it's not just about the turnout. As a good well, they have changed the date based on what we had. They are about to pressure us. I say, you have to bow. You have to comply. Nobody will even come out these days. And based on IPOB, mainly the autopilot side that set aside that day for sit-at-home, it will not end until Nnamdi Kanu is out of DSS custody. So there is no two ways about that. That particular day, for now, until further notice, until maybe when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is out, everybody in Southeast Alaigbo respects that. There is nothing you can do about it. It's just for you to respect it. Bishop frowns at removal of rail lines in the east. We discussed about this story. IPOB has reacted to this too. Anglican Bishops have expressed dissatisfaction and worry over the dismantling of eastern rail lines. This is coming on the heels of the ongoing removal and cutting away of rail tracks in the entire eastern corridor by some unidentified persons, accompanied by security agencies. The bishops noted that with sadness that no information was in the public domain about the action and where the dismantled rail lines were taken to. You see, it's common with federal government because they treat the people of the area with disdain. If not, proper information would have been out there. People should know why it is happening. Okay, if they are obsolete and they are not to be used further, maybe you are planning to replace them with new ones, there should be a formal announcement. You don't just go do that. You want the people to feel hurt. You want to see their reaction or what? You started dismantling the railways. You just pour in, gives those dismantling its security supports. You know, most, like I said, they are treating the people of Southeast with disdain, and it's common with this Buhari's government. And a lot of people have been telling Buhari to reconcile with Ndibo. It could be that the railway dismantling is for a good reason, but then proper communication should be made. You tell the people, this is why we are doing this. You don't start dismantling it to show them, with a kind of, what can you do? You know, what a government. Meanwhile, let's look further at what the bishops said. The Anglican Bishops spoke at the 13th Diocesan Christian Men Fellowship Conference held in Umuahia, and they demanded explanation from the federal government on the whereabouts of the disconnected rail tracks. According to them, we are not comfortable with the manner the rail lines are being disconnected and taken away to an unknown destination without any official communication to the members of the public. The bishop said in a statement, the statement signed by the Bishop of Anglican Diocese of Umuahia, Reverend Geoffrey Ibawushi, also tasked those in authority to provide explanations for the disturbing development. It reads in part, what is happening? The federal government promised sometime last year to build a narrow gauge from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri, linking up Ajaokuta and Bonny seaports. What's going on? Are they not dismantling the rail lines to commence the work, or are they trying to disconnect the southeastern corridor? We are watching. And we also remember when Amaechi, the transport minister, was accused of sidelining Southeast in the ongoing railway construction. And he boldly said, we didn't vote for Buhari, or and can you imagine his name? Amaechi. And we are aware Buhari is borrowing to do all of this. Now, this money that was borrowed is going to be repaid, and the burden is on the whole of Nigeria. But the project now is not for the whole of Nigeria. The project is for some areas. But the burden of paying back will be exerted on the whole of Nigeria, taxpayers' monies and the rest. What a country. Let's get to the next story. Tompolo gets first trial after accepting pipeline protection job. I think this is the first major trouble he will be getting. A group of unknown gunmen has attacked Tompolo's pipeline surveillance boat, Tantita, making away with its 200 horsepower engine. It was reported that the incident took place in Alaigbo community, Ekeremo local government area of Bayelsa State. Recall that government Tompolo, widely known as Tompolo, won a multi-billion contract to protect crude oil pipelines in Niger Delta area against oil thieves. Tompolo has asked Henry Azazi to take charge of his pipeline surveillance boat, Tantita, assigned to Tuomo unit, which was previously controlled by General Gowon Abenzi. You know this, when you hear General Gowon Abenzi, you would think it's Nigerian general. It's their local Ijaw generals. So it was disclosed that Azazi went yesterday, at the time of that report, to take over from General Benzi, his predecessor, who was before the incident relief of his position. However, it was also reported that Azazi swung into action immediately after the incident, asking everyone to be calm, promising he would unravel the perpetrators of the attack and theft. Yes, it happened yesterday, according to him, at Alaigbo, a neighboring community in Bayelsa State. They made away with the boat that the 200 horsepower engine and the boat. We have launched a search operation to recover that. We know the perpetrators and we will recover it by any means necessary, a source who spoke under confidence said. That is it. That is what is involved in all of this. At least I think this is the first major test. Because if you fight corruption or anything, they will certainly fight back. If you push a bucket, for example, a plastic bucket, force it into the water, there is an upward thrust. They will fight back in any way. Nigeria is suffering pipeline vandalization and oil smuggling. You know, when Buhari came into power, there is already an existing trend of settling the warlords, Niger Delta warlords, and pipeline vendors. These same people are the pipeline vendors. That is why they said, if you want to catch thief, give power to another thief to catch the other thieves. Yes, that is why the anti-court in schools, they said some of them are retired court members, are court members. They're using them to stop courtism. So what happened was that Tompolo has been part of this, and he got the contract to help track down. And when Buhari came in first, instead of settling them like Yaradua gave them amnesty programs, everybody that comes into power, remember, the oil mainly from their land, you have to settle them. Buhari came, oh, I will deal with you people. I will, before you know it, Nigeria lost even some slots in the oil market. Nigeria lost in OPEC. And I think they said Uganda took some of those slots. So some of the times, just like dealing with IPOB and the rest, it's not about just war, fight. Oh, you know who we are? We are Nigerian army. No! Some of the times you dialogue, and that is what they are telling Buhari now. Dialogue. Forget about your weapons. Wars are not only won with weapons. Strategy. Sense. That is why P2B is telling them, if I come to power, I will dialogue. But Buhari doesn't want to dialogue. Okay, a court discharged Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You will not respect the court. You don't know what this will lead to. You think you have the power. A case of Onye Jidemma. Dialogue now, you will not listen. That was the case of Niger Delta Avengers. You want to kill them all. And they were cutting pipelines and your output reduced. You can't meet up with your quota in the oil market. And some people took your slots. Anyway, let's round up with this story. And international, Jack Dorsey launches new social media platform after selling Twitter. Businessman. He sold Twitter, which has been his major company. As I think Twitter made him the billionaire. I think Twitter made him what he is. He sold it and he has started another one. And don't be surprised tomorrow. Anyway, let's read the news to you. It said within 2 days of the announcement, over 30,000 people had signed up for beta testing of the new app, which is still in its early stage. That's the new app he started. New social media app by Jack Dorsey, the one who sold Twitter to the world richest man. So he said within 2 days of the announcement, what is the name of this new app he started? Blue Sky. After Elon Musk bought Twitter, he started Blue Sky. And within 2 days of the announcement, he said over 30,000 people have signed up for beta testing of the new app. So Blue Sky is said to give creators independence from platforms and developers, as well as all the freedom to design, allowing users to customize their experience by giving them control over their algorithm. Elon Musk completed his $44 billion takeover of Twitter, taking control of the company and firing several of the executives, including the CEO, Parag Agrawal. That is it. This on the business side. You not just sell Twitter and drink beer with the money. You start a new thing. Though I don't know if he will ever, but there is nothing is impossible. But I don't know if he will ever create something that will beat Twitter. But I believe new things are coming out. What do you think? Add your comment. And this is where we round up on this one. Please go to the section that you can like the video. There's a new application there where you see like and the rest. You see thanks. Use that thanks to support our brokers. Please, please, I am begging you. Thank you. Please share this video widely. Subscribe if you have not. Bye bye.